Hello everyone and welcome to this week's reviews. What happens when Amy Schumer thinks a magical spell has turned her into a model? That's the comedic setup for her latest starring role. This is I Feel Pretty. On the surface, this seems like a comedy making fun of this woman for thinking she's this incredibly pretty specimen. However, there are more layers to it that I appreciated. I Feel Pretty is primarily a commentary making fun of the ridiculous standards created for women to meet by cosmetics companies, Hollywood, and other industries. The point is that Amy Schumer's character is more than acceptable looking anyway, and the film immediately establishes her as a sympathetic person. Schumer herself gives a very funny performance, showing her ability at both funny throwaway lines and physical comedy. Through this lead character and the larger message of the film, we get a rather sweet theme about confidence and body image. Meanwhile, there's also a romantic subplot that works, thanks to the solid chemistry between Schumer and Rory Scovel. They have a good repertoire, and it also works because of how he's charmed by her personality, with her looks not really being a focal point. I Feel Pretty takes those chances at telling its story, and playing around with Hollywood conventions, which is good to see. Also worth mentioning is Michelle Williams, who gives a hilarious performance as the head of this cosmetics company that plays a role in Schumer's low self-esteem early on. There are simple gestures and line delivery she makes that produces laughs, and I get the sense she was almost channeling Ivanka Trump and others of that ilk with her performance. I think Williams is an excellent dramatic actress, but it's great to see her in this kind of light-hearted role on occasion. Overall, I Feel Pretty makes for pleasant viewing with some much-needed messages underneath the comedic banter. Next up, I play a bit of catch-up on an animated war movie I wish was getting far more attention. Sgt Stubby, An American Hero. An animated family film set during the First World War with a cute dog as the focus sounds like something that might sanitize history. And part of what makes Sgt Stubby work is it does not sugarcoat what a terrible conflict it was. Via narration by Helena Bonham Carter and impressively animated 2D sequences, the film more than gives the proper historical context, and we really get a sense of the conditions these soldiers were in. When we have scenes of the soldiers fighting in the trenches, we also see the hunger they felt and the frequent danger and uncertainty around every corner. Gunshots, bombs, and poisonous gas are continually lobbied at these doughboys, and it is terrifying. Through it all is the touching friendship between a soldier and his dog. The animators give Stubby a lot of personality, primarily using his facial expressions. The filmmakers could have easily given him a voice or an inner monologue, but they trusted the audience's intelligence and the real dog Stubby is based on enough to not do that. We also see a friendship form between Stubby's owner and other soldiers, including a Frenchman. We see how war created these necessary bonds on the battlefield, and most importantly, there's a clear respect for these brave young men. Director Richard Laney, who previously made war documentaries, has a real knowledge and passion for this material, and for a young audience, this does a very good job of introducing them to World War I. It's a shame this is flopping at the box office, because Sgt Stubby takes some genuine risks and deserves to find a bigger audience. Thanks for watching this week's reviews, and I'll see you next time.